Good evening. You're all very welcome to this third year information webinar. And my name is Joy Coleman. I'm the current third year head. I've also had the pleasure of working with your young people for the last 2 years, and I'm looking forward to taking them into their junior cycle year. They're all very welcome back to Pipers Hill College. We're hoping this is going to be their first uninterrupted school year since being with us. I'd firstly like to take this opportunity to thank all the parents and guardians for their support over the last 2 years. Look, remote learning wasn't easy for any of us. The efforts you've put in with your young people have been, greatly appreciated by me. Some of you I would have spoken to on the phone or by email, and it was really great to get your support with it, and hopefully that's all behind us now. This evening we're just going to go through a few housekeeping bits, just to, start the year on a good note. There's very much a team of us that work with your young people in third year. I suppose I'm the year head, so as I said, I'm Joy Coleman. My year head assist is Mr. Kevin Coleman. The deputy principal who works with third years is Mr. Tom MacDonald. And we have a fantastic group of tutors who meet your young people every morning. They're the first port of call, for support, for continuity, for building relationships. We have Mr. Robert Grace with 3 Cedar, Miss Orla Rome with 3 Elm, Mr. Dara Foley with 3 Fir, Mr. Fergal O'Brien with 3 Hawthorne, Miss Margaret McInerney with 3 Oak, Miss Emma Kavanagh working with 3 Rowan, and Miss Rosanna Nolan working with 3 Spruce. So if throughout the year you have any concerns or something like you'd like to touch base with the tutors about, feel free to put a note in the journal, or if there's something that you feel maybe is needed more seriously, you're welcome to contact me, and my email will be at the end of this PowerPoint. But there very much is a team, wrapping support around your young people every day when they come to Pipers Hill College. Looking at the year ahead then, just some housekeeping bits around attendance, punctuality and uniform. It's crucial that students are punctual to both their tutorial class and their subject classes. If students are coming in late, it does disrupt the teaching and learning. Attendance is directly linked with exam attainment as well. Over the years, we've repeatedly recorded high levels of educational attainment for students who were continuously punctual and present. I suppose this year it's going to prove even more important after the unavoidable first year and second year of remote learning. So, we're all really hopeful this is going to be an uninterrupted year for your students. And for them being here, being present, actively involved in their teaching and learning is going to make a huge difference to them. PE uniform and just, everyday school uniform, we're really requesting parent support in this, ensuring that students are present in the correct uniform or PE uniform. Parents will be contacted if students present in the incorrect PE uniform and will be requested to drop in the correct gear if it's possible to do so. Otherwise, students may have to sit out of PE classes, and we don't want that. Teenagers have their own unique sense of style, and that is wonderful, but just that's not the place in school. We don't want those sort of distractions or that sort of competition in the day-to-day school life. That's the reasoning kind of behind us having school uniforms. So we just would really like your support on that. So registration, journals and the role of the tutor. So this year registration is 8 minutes in the morning and it begins at 8:52. It's crucial that students meet face-to-face daily with their class tutor to build that strong relationship and connectedness, and to ensure that they've everything organised and arranged for the day ahead. So that first step in the morning of meeting the tutor really grounds students. It's a familiar face, get themselves organised. Tutors will check uniforms, no homeworks, misbehaviours, notes and communication from home or other teachers. We're really asking this year that you continue to check the journals at home and to sign them each week. This is going to be our main way of corresponding and communicating with you. it's very important that you're proactively looking at your young person's journal and seeing, you know, is there a few maths no homeworks cropping up or a few Irish no homeworks cropping up, and having a conversation with them around that. They might need to chat to their teacher and say that they're struggling with a particular area, but it makes sure that you're tuned in and that you're kind of keeping an eye on what's going on and having a conversation with them about it. And maybe you might need to, you know, contact the tutor or myself, you know, about something in relation to that. So for those of you who maybe had sons or daughters who did the junior certificate, the junior cycle is a bit different. We still have some old junior certificate subjects that are still graded, you know, A, B, C, D. And we'll be looking at the junior cycle profile of achievement next. But CBAs are classroom-based assessments. Now, current third years won't have to do as many because of the school closures. But as you can see there still is a very active timetable of CBAs, classroom-based assessments, that your young people will have to be doing. Some of them will already have ones finished, and that is super. Some will be ongoing. And it's great for you to be able to maybe print it off. I'll share this with parents, put it up on the fridge, have a conversation around it, and see how they're getting on. And are they on schedule? Are they keeping track of what they need to do? And it's really important that, you know, they get into good habits for senior cycle as well. You know, some students will go on to do TY, but some will go straight into the senior cycle program. And it's important that they get into good habits with, you know, setting deadlines and, you know, meeting targets and all of that. So they will have a lot on, as you can see from the timetable, you know, and it takes us right up until the 2nd of May. So it seems like a long way away, but it'll always come around in a flash. Then here, as I spoke about a few seconds ago, it's the junior cycle profile of achievement. Okay, so it's moved away from the old junior cert. It used to just be very much the subjects, the grades, but now you have the descriptors, so merit, higher merit, distinction. You have some that are still graded A, B, C, D. So there's a mixture of those. There's also short courses, well-being, and something that I think is really good is the other areas of learning. So extracurricular, clubs that they took part in, initiatives that they took part in while they're in school. So really acknowledges the fullness of students' experience while they're in the school. I know the image isn't super clear there, but you're able to look that up online and you can, you know, have a look and see. But it's great that it acknowledges all areas, you know, of their life while they're in school, because they take part in so many things. It's great to see that. Okay, so regular revision and study. So the best way to prepare for exams is actively participating in teaching and learning in the classroom. That's your bread and butter. That's the best way, is to be present, be in the classroom, be actively taking part in what's happening. Asking questions when you're unsure of a topic, completing homework so that teachers can assess your independent work. So I know homework, you know, can be stressful. It can be a bit of a bone of contention, but the reason we set it is because we want to see when that student's at home unaided, are they able to complete the task? And if they can, brilliant. And if they can't, you know, what more do we need to do to scaffold that learning for them? Okay. Encourage students to pick a topic a night to revise on top of homework. Okay, so do one new thing a night, you know, to clock up that bank of revision that you're doing. At weekends and school holidays, make a realistic study timetable. Ticking off topics revised gives you a real sense of achievement. So make a realistic timetable that's going to work for you. Ask your teachers, they can assist you in how best to revise for their subjects. Factor in plenty of breaks, walks, sports, dancing, singing, time with friends and family, and get a decent night's sleep. You know, there's a lot of time ahead, you know. There's no need for people to be putting themselves under massive pressure. Doing little and often is the best approach. But the best way to stay on top of everything is being present in the classroom, really being involved in teaching and learning, but then also doing your homework and checking in with your teacher. And if you're not sure about something, making them aware of that as well. Because at the end of the day, we want to know if you're not finding something easy, or if you're, you know, you're struggling in some way. We want to know that. So that's the best way to kind of move forward this year if students are wondering where to start. bit onto well-being and kind of other issues that crop up. Like, it's been a very difficult 18 months for us all, teenagers included. We really want students this year to look out for one another, be kind to one another. If they or a friend are struggling either academically or with their well-being or mental health, go to their tutor or year heads. There are supports available. And we want young people to be proactive in identifying stressors and triggers for them and letting us know, because, we want to help and we want to, give the input before it gets to a place, that is more serious. We want to get in there, when it starts niggling, and, we're happy to help. And making time to enjoy yourself, lunch times, break times with your friends, switching off in the evenings, making sure that when the homework is done, that you go out, you do things that you enjoy. That's super important. I just want to briefly mention about social media. Unfortunately, in recent years, the negative influence of social media has made its way into schools. The majority of it originates outside of school, but the issue occurs when it spills over into school and it takes up valuable teaching and learning time then. So I'm really asking if parents and guardians could monitor the young person's use of social media, and please not to allow phones, devices, or game consoles into bedrooms at night, because it's just too big of a temptation. And unfortunately, students are coming in, they can be exhausted, they haven't had a decent night's sleep. And then the day of school, isn't beneficial for them because they're far too tired to kind of engage in any meaningful way. So we really, would urge you to support us on that and just take the devices, during the night, because, there's no reason to be on them, and they need to put their full focus into getting a really good night's sleep. As always, we really appreciate all the support that you give to us. Very much we see it as a partnership with home and school, and the lines of communication, are always open. Feel free to contact me at any stage. Keep an eye out on the school website and on the app for announcements. If you haven't, if you could download the school app. I know everybody got a link for it before, but that's a really beneficial communication tool. My email then is jcoleman@phcol.ie. And if you email me any, concerns that you have, I'm really confident that this is going to be, a really good year for all our pupils. They deserve, a full school year uninterrupted, and we're really hoping that's what they're going to get. Again, thanks so much for everybody for coming, and it's really great to see so many people, supporting young people. And, that's our favorite thing to do here, is to work with young people and to see them achieve and, meet all their goals. So thank you very much.